Stay with this video. What if I told you? One man, born in the middle of a desert, orphaned before he could even speak properly, with no army, no wealth, no throne, would go on to change the course of human history forever? No movie character, no myth, no legend. His name is Muhammad. And today, you will understand why over 2 billion hearts still send peace upon him every single day. This is not just history. This is a story that will touch your soul. History remembers kings for their power, warriors for their battles, philosophers for their ideas. But Muhammad is remembered for something far greater. He transformed broken hearts. He lifted the oppressed. He turned enemies into brothers. And he did it without force, without cruelty, without pride. To understand Islam, to understand mercy, to understand true leadership, you must understand the life of Prophet Muhammad. Prophet Muhammad was born in Makkah around the year 570 CE, a year known as the Year of the Elephant. His father, Abdullah, passed away before he was born. His mother, Amina, died when he was only 6 years old. An orphan, alone in a harsh desert society. Yet even as a child, Allah was preparing him for greatness. He was raised by his grandfather Abdul Muttalib, and later by his uncle Abu Talib. From a young age, people noticed something different about him. He never lied. He never cheated. He never worshipped idols. The people of Makkah gave him a title, Al-Amin, the trustworthy, before revelation, before Islam, before followers. Muhammad was already known for his character. He helped the poor. He defended the weak. He stood for justice, even when it went against his own tribe. He worked as a merchant and was so honest that a noble woman named Khadijah, R.A., trusted him with her business. Later, she trusted him with her heart. She became his wife, his support, his comfort, and she would be the first to believe in him. The world before Islam. Before we talk about Prophet Muhammad, we must first understand the world he was born into. A world of darkness, where daughters were buried alive, where the strong crushed the weak, where idols made of stone were worshipped, and mercy was rare. Arabia was divided by tribes, bloodshed, and pride. Justice belonged only to the powerful. And into this broken world, Allah sent one man, not as a king, not as a conqueror, but as a mercy to all mankind. As a young boy, Muhammad never bowed to idols, never lied, never cheated. While others argued, he stayed silent. While others fought, he forgave. People trusted him with their wealth, their secrets, their lives. They called him Al-Amin, the trustworthy. Even his enemies admitted it. Allah was shaping his heart. Long before shaping the world, Islam began quietly, one heart at a time, one soul at a time. Khadijah believed. Ali believed. Abu Bakr believed. Slowly, the light spread. But when Muhammad called openly to one God, Makkah erupted. The Prophet was insulted. Stones were thrown at him. Filth was placed on his path. His companions were tortured under the burning sun. Yet he never asked Allah to destroy them. Instead, he said, "O Allah, guide my people, for they do not know." This was not weakness. This was strength of the highest level. Allah commanded migration from Makkah to Madinah. This journey, Hijrah, marked the birth of an Islamic society, a society of brotherhood, of justice, of faith. Muhammad was no longer just a preacher. He was a leader of hearts. Years later, He returned to Makkah victorious. His enemies waited for revenge. Instead, they heard, "You are free." No bloodshed. No arrogance. Only mercy. Standing before thousands. The prophet said, "All mankind is from Adam, and Adam was from dust." Equality. Justice. Humanity. Then he asked, "Have I conveyed the message?" The crowd replied, "Yes." At the age of 40, Muhammad would retreat to the cave of Hijrah, seeking truth, silence, meaning. One night, everything changed. The angel Gabriel, appeared and said, "Read." Terrified, Muhammad replied, "I cannot read." The angel embraced him and repeated, "Read in the name of your Lord who created." These were the first verses of the Qur'an. Shaking, overwhelmed, frightened, he ran home and said, "Cover me! Cover me!" Khadija, R.A., comforted him and said words that still echo through history. "Allah will never disgrace you. You help the poor, you speak the truth, and you stand for justice." When Muhammad began preaching one God, Makkah turned against him. He was mocked, insulted, attacked. His followers were tortured. Some were killed. Yet he never prayed for revenge. When stones were thrown at him, he prayed for their guidance. When enemies mocked him, he responded with patience. Even when his beloved wife Khadija, R.A., passed away, even when his uncle Abu Talib died, he stood firm, trusting Allah completely. Finally, Allah commanded the believers to migrate to Madinah. This migration, Hijrah, changed history. In Medina, Muhammad built a society based on justice, brotherhood, equality. Rich and poor stood together. Arab and non-Arab became equal. He was not just a prophet. He was a leader, a teacher, a mercy. Years later, Muhammad returned to Makkah with an army. His enemies feared revenge. But instead, he lowered his head, entered humbly, and declared, "No blame upon you today. You are free." Imagine that moment. Power, but forgiveness. Victory, but mercy. This is why hearts follow him. In his final sermon, Muhammad said, "No Arab is superior to a non-Arab. No white is superior to a black, except by righteousness." These words came 1,400 years ago, yet the world still struggles to live by them. Shortly after, the Prophet Muhammad returned to his Lord, but his message lives on. Muhammad left this world, but his message lives on. In every prayer, in every act of kindness, in every heart that seeks truth. He was not just a prophet of the past. He is a guide for every generation. Peace and blessings be upon Prophet Muhammad. He lived humbly. He died humbly. But he changed the world forever. This is the history of Prophet Muhammad. And if you truly understand his life, your heart will never be the same. If this story touched your heart, send peace upon him. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. And share this message. Assalamu alaikum to everyone.